welcome to Quality for Growth podcast, where we get to discuss a lot of issues, whatever it is that you're supposed to learn when it comes to growing your business with the quality eye, not only for local consumption, but also for international consumption. So we're thinking big here. Allow me, without further ado, to welcome, our very guest for today. Introducing our exciting podcast guest for this episode, Bruce Sikombe. Bruce Sikombe is a customer service scientist, a John Maxwell team member. He is an author of a book titled Customer Service Course. Bruce Sikombe is the founder and managing director of NJCB Consulting Company. He is currently running yearly customer service programs aimed at improving customer service quality in the country. You are welcome, sir, to this Quality for Growth podcast.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, without further ado, sir, can you tell us, a little bit about yourself?
Okay,
so that people can get to know you.
Thank you. I've been qualified to customer service. Okay, my name is Bruce Sikombe.
Yes.
Mostly known as a customer service scientist. My space mostly is customer service, both in terms of training and research.
Okay.
So most of the times people just look at training aspect, but we want the science behind it.
Yes.
Because we know consultancy, especially in customer service, where it has to be delivered, you need the science behind it.
You need the science behind it.
Yeah, so in that space, both I'm a customer service consultant. I also handle leadership consultants as well. So
I love that.
So got a program for them.
I actually love to know where somebody comes from because we want to know the journey.
Yeah.
Because as you are speaking, a lot of people are actually following, trying to hear how do I become, this customer service guru like Mr. Bruce Sikombe.
Yeah.
Because I'm just somewhere in Shangmom.
Yeah.
The reason why we talk about background is because we realize how important it is for somebody to know that where you are coming from may actually just be a stepping stone to where you are going.
Yes.
It's actually a journey. And having said that, sir, how do you just, prioritize customer service, the quality of customer service for the growth of any institution, small or big?
Or big, yeah. We'll start with the small one because most of the time when you talk of customer service, now others will say customer experience, which is which I can deliberate. But let's put them together. Now. So when you say customer service, customer experience, we're talking about the same thing. Let's start with the small businesses, a corner shop, someone selling fritters, someone selling groundnuts, someone selling sweets. Most of the time when we talk about service, they think it's for big organizations.
Yes, actually that's true.
Yeah. And also let's talk for profit because most of let's say government institutions, NGOs, they think this is for companies that are for profit.
They've got the budget for customer service, like their profit making.
Yes, but it cuts across. As long as you got a client, even one, it's for everyone. Let's also go to inside the organization. Internally, there's what we call internal customer service or internal customer experience. That also comes in that each one of us, irrespective of your profession, your job, you've got a customer. Yes. So these are skills that are needed for everyone. So how important it is for small scale, I'll talk about this. Sometimes I give this example, most of us may remember, I don't know if it's still working, there's a time when I was working, before we got full-time into NJCB Consulting, that there's this place many people would stop by to buy fritters.
I remember.
Maybe it's still going on.
But I haven't seen it of late.
I hope that business hasn't gone down because it's our own and so should remember your name, okay? Sikombe Mnishani, Mulikwanji, how are you today? So that you see those service already there, and you can explain the long queues in terms of demand for her fritters.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's on the small scale. So you can see that person will grow, probably own a bakery in future and chain stores of bakery and stuff like that because of good service.
Good service.
That's what service does.
Yeah.
For that member of staff, internally it still come in procurement. I don't deal with people who've got suppliers. But internal members of staff, they want you to buy the right kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
HR recruit the right kind of people for it. So we are servicing each other. So the idea there is that when I offer good service, even as an individual, the more chances of you being promoted you will have.
They are hard, yes. They are hard.
Because people have a good story.
They have a good story about it. Yeah. And I just wanted you to, just elaborate more on internal customer service.
Okay.
Because I think whether we like it or not, this is where sometimes we get it wrong. We want to be nice to the client when they walk in.
Yes.
But among ourselves, we didn't greet each other in the morning, as we arrived at the place of work. We didn't say, hi, good morning, no vibes and all that.
Yeah.
And for those that have worked with me for a number of years, both in the local organization and the international organization where I've been, you know that the only thing you get from me is a smile. I remember somebody said, we have never seen you with a mood. I don't know what a mood is. But why am I alluding to that? Is because I think as we emphasize on the quality of customer service, we need to emphasize the fact that it's actually supposed to start from within.
Yes.
Internal customer service.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit more about that so that people can get it.
Yes.
That's where we get it wrong.
Nice. That's powerful. That's powerful. Internal customer service is if you want to offer something, okay, it has to start from within.
Yes.
Now, let me also look at organizations that may think, yeah, we don't need it. Now, the issue with service, you always have it. Yeah.
True.
It's either it's bad
or it's good.
It's
good.
Yes.
You say that bad or
yes. Yeah, but it's there. So you may not have defined it, but it is there. Yeah. So internally, this is what we call, sometimes we can even qualify it. This is how we work here. This is our culture.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the point right there, Mrs. Sikombe. Because we get that quite a lot. That's how we work here.
Yes.
You've
But
got
that's
to
the
take it.
service.
You're telling a client that.
Yes. So that's the level of service you have in that institution. So we'll give examples to say a client probably has complained. Let's take an issue of the bank.
Yes.
Okay. I've paid up my loan, but you're still deducting.
Yes.
Okay, you're still deducting. So that will not be resolved by the bank teller or the customer service person in front.
Yes.
They'll send that query to maybe IT or maybe credit, the department, to make sure that does not continue.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, if between the one who is in credit or IT, if they won't address that matter, the person in front, no matter how much they smile, they promise the customer, if we are not resolving matters in the back, then we're not attending to each other and attending at the end of the day to the client. So the person in front needs a service from the back, maybe IT or credit, to make sure that query is resolved. So we are both attending to the external client and the internal client. The internal client, the person, maybe the bank teller, is interested to seeing that matter resolved. Yes. So that this customer is happy.
He's happy because then they're on their neck.
Yes,
they're on their neck. Yeah. They say, but back office, what are you doing about this? A client was here.
Yes.
I quite relate to that very well.
Yes. So then maybe in the back there's Bruce who's saying, such one, this one, I want to resolve this. Yeah. So that's the service we're talking about. Yeah. That's why we see certain organizations now putting in service level agreement between among departments and sections. Yeah. But fun of it, that's what I'm saying is a bit pure. Let's go to the practical. Yes. The practical aspect is where we've got Chinese words. People in marketing, they think people in finance are just difficult.
Yeah.
People in finance, they just think these people are difficult. Okay. These other people, they think us, we are not here to talk to people. Anyone who have headsets on. Once I enter here, I'm not here for anyone. I'm here just to do my job
can say that
and knock off. So my headsets will be on. You'll be greeting me. I want to pay attention. We'll be together in the lift. Nothing. Yeah. But how do you feel? You didn't greet me in the lift.
Yes.
I reached my office and you need something from my desk. How are we going to start?
That's the thing.
Okay, so you're going to pretend, hi Bruce, how are you?
I wanted you to assist me with that.
But you saw me, you didn't say hi. So it's difficult. That in itself frustrates the experience we have because it would sometimes delay to approach each other. Also, the quality of our communication will be hampered. Yes. Therefore, that frustrates on how efficient we are resolving matters within the institution. So we've built Chinese words. Bosses are thinking juniors are difficult. Juniors are thinking bosses are difficult.
They don't understand.
Everyone does not understand. Now, let me go further again. This issue of internal customer service. You find between bosses and subordinates, subordinates cannot even go on leave. Okay, the boss doesn't want so when they see Bruce having a good time on a weekend on leave and they've got back, Bruce come back.
And especially when they see some posting on social media that you have actually gone to Sikombe with your family and then they're saying we need you back in the office.
We need you back in the office. All those things there's a lot of, there can be jealousy and it hampers on how efficient we deliver service among
internal customer service
within the institution. I wanted to make it very practical because most of the time I'll say this, everyone has got a client, but this is how practical it can be. Okay, others cannot go on leave. Okay, others cannot do certain tasks. Others are favored to do certain tasks. Other departments, they will delay to do something.
I can picture that one. Yes.
They will delay to do something, and no one will say something about anything about it. Others, they just make one or two mistakes or whatnot. Nothing. Others, they do a good job. No one says it. All those things, they hamper on how well we should be able to work together as a team to make sure this department services the other department properly.
And this is where now we can speak about the importance of internal training.
Yes.
Of customer service.
Yes.
A lot of companies have looked down on that. They think, oh, fine, our business is doing okay. We are known on the market. We have clients coming back and forth. Yes. And so, meanwhile, inside the organization, there are wrangles such as that. Yes. And do you know, whether we like it or not, it's going to spill over, to the external client. And you're going to get to see that truly, your institution, they're not actually even united.
Yeah.
So, can you emphasize the importance, sir, about, internal customer service to that effect? And how can we even, try to navigate around such issues of segregation, and try and ensure that we are customer oriented, and whatever that we do, that we are in one, pulling in the same direction.
So I'll share. There's a time I was mentoring one executive who was in charge of customer service. He had customer experience for a very good organization, powerful organization, big organization. Okay. So internal their complaint was that they don't have a budget for training. That's why they are
for internal training.
For just training.
Training generally.
Yeah.
Okay.
So because that organization, they don't look at customer service as something that is critical. Yes. Now, there are certain organizations that will have people in customer service or customer experience to manage complaints, not to add value.
Not to add value, but to manage complaints.
Which is,
yes,
but there's a low standard short. The bigger short is that customer service should add value, increase our sales. Okay? Yes. Now, so what we resolved during that mentorship coaching session was that, can we break down a normal, maybe once day training, maybe 7 hours? We'll break it down into an internal training. Yes. You will be training the team, or you assign your team members to research on a particular topic, and they break their training instead of 1 hour, 2 hours, it's every 15 to 30 minutes.
15 to 30 minutes.
It's for next 6 months, once every week.
Once every week.
Yeah, because training is critical. Yes. So this person didn't have budget. With that tactic, they were able to actually improve, the complaints reduced, and now they have got a budget. Yeah. So the importance of internal training, internal customer service training, is that one, it's specific to the job. For me, what I do when I'm invited, say, to train an institution, with that understanding, I do a yardstick mystery shopping on that client, so that I'm closer to reality as possible. So the importance of internal customer service training is that you are closer. You know what you want. You handle phone calls properly. Maybe you just don't know how to talk to the client properly.
I was going to get to that. Yes.
So internal customer service trains us actually on the job, the mistakes that we are making.
Yes, absolutely.
So maybe if you have to speak to a trainer, even if you're an external trainer, when you're engaged by a client, make sure you are as close to the realities that are in that organization. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So internal cues that, it makes sure that when you're training, you're speaking to the actual things that are happening.
That are actually happening.
Yes, in the
now, to that effect, because we have seen the misconception, especially that we're speaking about quality and the quality of service that is actually being offered on to the clients out there. And we actually spoke more about the internal clients and how good it is, just how it adds to the quality of the service that you're going to offer outside to the client. And you spoke about sometimes how somebody can be quick, to answer a phone call, but how they end that call, the quality of service. Somebody will call, you will not know. It could be a shop. Let's bring it down to a salon. You can bring it down to anything that you think. You talked of a business that actually just maybe have 1 or 2 people. But they have clients that come go to them. They will be quick to answer a phone call, but how that phone call ends, does that reflect, whether or not there's been internal training on quality customer service internally in that organization? Or has that person, actually, the proprietor of that small business, taken themselves to quality training, service training, a conference, for example, to just enhance on their understanding so they can offer, the best quality of service to their clients? What do you say about that?
Yeah, sometimes I laugh at people when they say, no, I attended this conference, I already know these things. But when it comes to service and other aspects of business, maybe leadership and others, entrepreneurship and the like, it's important that you're in an environment where people are talking about subject matter that will help your business.
Absolutely.
The more you're in a certain environment, the higher the chances of you, behavior, and you yourself actually starting to think like that. There are certain owners of businesses who think people that need to be trained, for instance, in customer service, only those are their employees. But you find even them that the worst. You find,
True.
So
Absolutely.
customer service, like we said earlier on, everyone has got a client. Even you, as the owner of the business,
you have a client.
You've got clients.
Yes.
Actually,
Yes.
for your business to even big organization, this is something that big organizations that are big on customer service. Even the owner of the business, from time to time, they sit in the front there, get into the call center, contact center, and actually talk to the clients as the owner of the business.
Yes.
What more Bruce who is running a salon, running whatnot, this also gives you competition to actually compete against big organizations.
Absolutely.
Because the owner of the business is close to the client. Okay, the big organization, sometimes we complain, no, these foreign card, we're not looking down on any foreign institution.
Of course.
We're just using it as an example. Just in case.
And in any case, we're speaking about, growth internally within the country. And can somebody from outside the country come to Bruce's salon and feel, wow, I was in Zambia and the service that I got there was top notch. This is what we're trying to promote. Yes, we are good to give all those examples. We want to provoke quality service, to spread, across the country, but of course with the focus that we can also attract other nations.
Yes. Yeah. So I was saying, if big organizations if you want to compete against big organizations that have got capital, marketing budget, branding, you as an entrant, as a small business that is growing, we're not saying it is small, invest in customer service. It's not only in money, but also in effort. These things we're looking at internal customer service training, attending certain forums or events where they're talking about service. This, even as the owner of the business, it will help you. Okay, absolutely. In the sense that you'll be able to, you're close to your customers. Say I'm running a salon, a barber shop, for instance, or a supermarket. I'll be able to, I can stand by the door, greet all clients maybe every Friday or every what, just to have that personal touch. And they're like, the owner greeted me. You're enhancing the service. So if they go to a big multinational supermarket, for instance, the owner doesn't even know them. Probably does not even care. I'm just looking at the numbers. So just to emphasize the importance of good service that you can employ, no matter how big or small your organization is. Actually, if you're a small one, low budget, service will save you because you just make sure you're in touch with your customers.
And these are some of the things that our upcoming businesses in Zambia, because we are enterprising and this is what we are promoting. And this is the reason why Quality for Growth podcast was actually initiated, to ensure that we can be able to add value. And which value are we adding? Which quality of service are we offering? Can it be scaled? Can it be compared? Can it be something that somebody coming from Brazil can look out for? So there are some of these small things that we do, especially as upcoming businesses. Like once you have 4 or 5 employees, then you lose touch with your clients. Can you say a little bit about that? When they come, the clients are walking into your store, you're walking out.
Yes. Let me put it straight. If you have tendencies of being proud, that's a bad customer service tendency.
Absolutely.
Proud, in a mood, making the customer feel like they're begging for a service, making feel that you are a star, the customers depend upon you, they can't do without you. Even if you're the only one in that town, even if you're a monopoly, customers don't like getting stuck. They'll start looking for a plan B immediately. Some of them, you can think you still have them because they're the only one, but in their mind, they
have left a long time. Yes.
And immediately someone else comes over, they are gone. The customer can pay a lot of money just to get a better service. In short, if you're the only one in Lusaka, and you think you are giving these tenders as I've listed, if there's someone offering a good deal in Chongwe, the client can
drive all the way to Chongwe.
Yes. Actually, in their heart, they're telling you that they're punishing you even when you don't know it. That's how bad these things are. There's one time I was on radio and a caller said there was a Zambian salon that was on trending in North Mid. And this time around, with the demand, like you said, they started opening late. Now, by the time they're opening, you find there's a queue already. Now, the tendency of the person opening is these tendencies I've listed. They are proud, like they cannot be touched. The client
they're the only ones. You can either stay or go if you don't want.
In a mood, they don't want to greet anyone. And those, of course, not to be racist or something, I'm just giving an example, but this is true. There was a foreign national running a similar business, and they used to open probably before, those who used to open at 9, this foreign owned used to open at 7 or so.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's how they went down. Then this same person come and complain, Zambians don't support
They
each
don't
other.
support fellow Zambian
What
businesses,
not.
you know.
But these are the tendencies that we are looking at.
Yes.
Please, if you're the owner of the business, no way I'm saying please, this is your business,
It
but
is,
here am I
but
saying
because we have, because if you can grow your small business, it means you are employing more people.
Yes.
And hence that please,
Yes.
Mr. Sikombe, because
Thank you.
hence this podcast,
You've helped
we
me.
want to ensure that we change the narrative when it comes to doing business.
Yes.
What sort of mindset do we have when it comes to customer service,
Yes.
the quality of customer service that is being offered? So please proceed.
Thank you. You've made me comfortable. I was like, why am I pleading? It's not my business.
No,
but it affects me.
Yes.
Yeah. So you need to, as a business owner, you should be the number one customer service champion. Greet your customers. Know them by name. Call them, address them by name. For example, someone running a bakery, sometimes I give this obvious, we always call you for birthday cakes.
Yeah.
Just record our birthdays. Call us before our birthdays next year. Our anniversaries, you know it. Collect that data, call us before.
Wow.
Before. Those are issues of customer service. Now, this is the owner. So as the owner, you own your customers. Okay? You need to be there and make sure you know these customers. I wanted to give an example of a salon setup. This was given by one of the people who actually mentored us in customer service. There was a salon dotted quite across many shopping malls in Lusaka.
Yeah.
So she noticed that in that salon, people were not they were not, where we taught payment channels.
Yes.
The members of staff opted for cash.
For cash, instead of using the other payment options.
So she noticed that all this money was being pocketed.
Oh.
Yeah. So she was like, the way I said, please, she was like, this business will go down.
Will go down. Yes.
So started pushing to get the number for the owner.
Yes.
No, we don't give phone numbers. The owner said, we can't give you a phone number. Can't give you a phone number. Then with pushing, she actually went to the center manager, one of the shopping malls, to push for that number. That's how the number was given to her. When he called the owner was also rude.
Oh my God.
I said, no, okay, I'll be brave enough. I'll have a thick skin. Your rudeness won't brush me off.
It won't brush me off.
Let me just tell you, because I'm concerned about your business. This is what is happening in your business, and these people are doing this.
They are doing this and your business will soon go down if you ignore this.
And the owner was thankful later on. Now imagine if she had not. Imagine the effort the client went through to make sure they get.
Oh my God.
Can client find it easy to contact you as the owner? Can they find it easy?
Yes.
Other organizations, the big organizations, they what they call open door policy for customers. Yes. I can walk into the CEO's office if I've got a complaint as a client.
Yes.
It's because we don't want to learn in future that we lost an important client, and that's why we're going under. Then we start saying we did everything right.
Right.
No.
Yes.
So please, as the owner of the business, make it easy for people to engage you, especially your customers.
Yes.
No, I'll be overwhelmed with calls. You can have an assistant, but make sure you're reachable.
And to that effect, I have seen this tendency of having PAs. When you have a PA who cannot usher a call to you, can you tell me what that is? At least we know what we're speaking about.
Yes.
We have both been in the former employment, both local and international organizations. So we know what you're talking about.
Yes.
What is this tendency that we are seeing in this country that when somebody has a PA and the PA literally blocks the calls of see now the call of importance, the example you just gave, Mrs. Sikombe, that if that lady had actually ignored your call completely, or if you went by her mood, you would have not told her the truth and the business would have gone under. What is this habit of having a PA and the PA blocks clients from actually accessing the person they're supposed to access to enhance the business?
For me, I know some people may be busy. It's a very powerful.
Yes.
If you are busy, it's better your PA, number one, is trained to make sure they know you communicate between you and the PA. Because ideally, when you've got a PA, you are more like one and the same in terms of the operations. PA owns your diary
and all that. That is a known fact.
So, can we have, you agree with the PA, mostly what I've seen from experience, Thursdays are a bit subtle. Okay, if you're a busy CEO, one of the busy Thursdays, depending on the cycle, of course, but on average, formal setup and everything, Thursdays are a bit subtle.
Yeah.
Can most of the appointments be drawn to that time?
To that time.
So that you meet one or two customers.
Yes.
It is this concept that I wrote a customer service code book where there's a quote that says the certain clients that came but never arrived.
Yes.
So someone received them, but the way they were parking is someone receiving them properly. I reach the office, maybe I'm by secretary's office, maybe later on I decide to walk away because of Those are matters we are talking about.
Absolutely.
So can they be intelligent enough? Can we be intelligent enough to act as the office demands?
Yes.
The decorum, the respect. Yeah, everyone is respected.
Yes.
Yeah, you never know who they are and how much they are bringing in.
To that effect, and you have elaborated it so well, and I think this is really helpful. And this is a reason why training such as customer service, qualitable training such as customer service, quality customer service we're talking about. We know that there's customer service everywhere, but we're speaking about the quality, the type of customer service that you're offering. You have spoken so well about the PAs, and I'm sure as our viewers get to interact with us on this podcast, they'll be able to get your insights and be able to apply them into their businesses and thereby growing them. But moreover, we just want to see a difference, because customer service, we call it, is a matter of heart. This is a very personalized. When I walk into a bank, sometimes you don't know the situation I'm in. Maybe I walk into for example, a salon or whatever I've walked into, and I'll be smiling. Then the person you're smiling at, who doesn't even know how you have arrived, maybe you want to give them a big business, they're not even smiling at all. And because they don't understand that customer service actually is a matter of a heart. Can we say that businesses can be advised to put the right people who have a heart for the people in front, so that those ones who cannot stand people should be put at the back office? Please say a little bit about
Actually, they shouldn't be put anywhere.
Those ones. Absolutely. I love that. They should just be away from the business.
What you've said is very, very critical. If you're in business to make a lot of money, these matters we're discussing here, you take them very seriously. So in terms of people, members of staff, the trend has been that the least performing people in the organizations are put in the front line. The call center, we are punishing this person.
We are punishing go in front.
Go in front. You see how it feels, maybe it will change. Now, when this era of customer experience in a nutshell is the story that people have about you and the brand.
Absolutely.
And this era, the era where people buy people, I can come to your organization just because of you, not the brand. So to me, To me, you are that organization. So if I meet you in ShopRite and I see you in a branded shirt, there's what we call touch points or channels. So you're a touch point. If it's an IT personnel, when you're telling them, no, maybe they've developed a program, a system, or saying this button, this icon, it's confusing customers. They'll understand. Okay? And not say, no, this is a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. We can't be changing. And it means we have to record the batch. But in quality management systems, that is actually recommended.
Now, so I was coming to placing people that you think are less. Number one, if you've got people that are not customer centric, of course you measure them every week, coach them. If they're not changing, if they're not believing in the vision, as an organization, they're losing you clients, therefore they're losing you business. For an organization that is not for profit, because they're saying, Bruce, as we don't lose clients. The organizations that are not for profit, government agencies, for instance, how you measure your bad service is in the number of non-compliance. People will rebel. So if you're an institution, this is why I start seeing a rising. I'm not encouraging this, but this is what customers do. If you're a monopoly, people start doing shortcuts. If you're a compliance institution, let's look at NAPS. I've worked for NAPS as well in customer service. If you look at ZRI, anyone who's enforcing the law, if you're not offering a good service, people will rebel by being non-compliant. Let's go to the banks. You offer me a loan, you've taken me a rough patch to get my loan. When paying back, I'll give you a tough time. That's what I mean. So I cannot run away from you, but I'll just give you a tough time. So in profit, I'll stop buying from you. In non-profit and in compliance, monopoly, people, because that's the way I'll have my peace.
Because customer service is actually a psychological game. You are dealing with the emotions of people. So depending on how you interact and how you offer your service, and this is what you get. So members of staff, you need all touch points should be managed by the best team you have. Those managing your cause, best team. We've talked about the peers, contact point. Members of staff, all of them train the organizations now because of that. They're training everyone in service. In customer service. Everyone technical, whatnot, everyone. Plumbers, when they go out there, they talk to people. Talk to clients. Everyone. So from there, we go to, you have the best team managing your touch point. And other organizations, these are the highly paid people. The other challenge is that you find these people managing your important, because customer service is the face.
You see how much I've spent on my face. I spent time checking myself in the mirror. Okay, is that tie okay? In all those things. Yeah.
Exactly.
The face was key. The shoes least. Maybe. But the face was critical.
Yes.
Yeah. That's customer service. So you want the best there. Yeah. You want the best team, and probably also you motivate them by paying them more, so that it attracts, because people dread to be in customer facing roles. So you encourage them by also having a top notch, more money than other people, so that you attract people. You attract talent.
That is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And in picking the best to be in front, maybe we can shed a little bit of light to that effect. It's not necessarily the appearance of a person. It is the heart of a person. The heart of the person, the respectiveness of the person, the ethics, how they follow the ethics. For example, we can give an example of a hotel. Where people need to know when it's a pair that has come actually to the reception, who to handle first. You know, all those etiquettes are supposed to be, you know, and hence your institution being very key when it comes to ushering people into such. Because we have seen that people have the vision, they create the business quite well, and they put the best in front. But the best that they are put in front, how are their mannerisms? How do they interact with their guests? You know, for example, when it's a couple that actually walks in, where is the focus? Is the focus on the man or is the focus on the wife? You know, these I have seen people who have gone for honeymoon and they came back separated because of a front officer. Have you ever seen this? Critical. Can you imagine? People have come. They want to come and have a good time. They just got married maybe a few weeks ago, and they've come to your hotel for a honeymoon. And then here you have a very well presented front officer who is actually receiving them, but does not understand the ethics and the etiquette of who to handle first in an event that. So hence the importance of going into detailed customer service training. Who handles who first, and what are you supposed to do, the respectiveness, are you putting the one who has come with the person down, or are you, shed more light about that, sir.
So what you've said is, there's what we call customer service etiquette. We just expect you to act in that way. You've looked at issues of the heart. The heart, I may say, it is the subconscious mind. That thing that is rooted in me that causes me to do things without thinking. Issues, you find Bruce Noah is patient with people. There's certain things I've told myself I need to be patient with people. When it comes to etiquette, in that case, in embarrassing moments, how do you handle the client is embarrassed and whatnot? Also, like in a guest service, like in hospitality example, if given a couple is walking in, are you sensitive enough that have just gotten married, and the ways that you're using, who are you talking to? Is it the hubby or the wife? If you're talking to the hubby, for how long and for how much? If you're engaging the wife also in the conversation, if they're choosing so that they are working together, it's the intelligence that you need to use.
Emotional intelligence.
Then also, I might flip it. At times you're the young lady attending to elderly people, elderly couple, you need to have that sensitivity as well. You're talking to a husband, someone's husband. You're talking to someone's grandfather, something like that. So you have. There are times you find there's a young person shouting at an old client. And they're like, you just look at the age difference here. And you put yourself. The way you're using them, the demeanor.
And believe it or not, this is the sort of customer service people are experiencing, not only in Zambia but in Africa. Because we have taken business for granted. You see, you have elaborated quite a lot when it comes to quality of customer service being offered, the importance of internal training, and that customer service actually starts from internal, and that's when you now take it to external clients. You have also elaborated on emotional intelligence, and that customer service as well is a matter of the heart, and this is where we get it wrong in most cases, and especially if the owner is not present to know the actual practical experience that the clients are actually having. Sometimes owners must disguise themselves and just walk in and see what is happening. I am sort of like that. Whatever I do, I'm very hands-on. So sometimes they'll be telling me, no, go away, but I will not go away until I see what I want to see. Then I will leave. Why is that? Because we want to be careful with the service that we actually offer to the client. So to that effect, Mr. Bruce Sikombe, what do you encourage the entrepreneurial sector in Zambia, especially when it comes to manning quality customer service, and especially with regards to ISO 9000/2015 standards. Why are we bringing in the international standards? Because you cannot talk of quality if it can only cater to the local market. We are speaking of quality because it should be able to cut across, and it should be able to be acceptable everywhere. Elaborate more light about that.
For those that, anyway, we're trying to win more into service. Others is a big battle because they are technical oriented. They are believing in tangible products, something they can touch. Let's look at quality. So I'll give an example. Quality in a nutshell. Okay, when you look at quality, is the definition of quality that I can give that is a bit for everyone to understand. It's just adherence to standards.
Absolutely.
Okay, so if the standard is this, so they say, okay, by 10 hours we'll produce this product, is 10 hours.
It's 10 hours.
Okay, if it should be 500 milliliters, it should be that.
It should be that, yes.
Now, let's go to the history of quality. Quality, mostly in back then, we used to have products. Okay, now the service industry is taking center stage. But before then, we were tangible product oriented, water, something we can touch, a TV, shirt, anything we can touch. So in terms of quality, it has to conform to standards that we will give. So for example, producing water, mineral water. The quality is that it should have maybe certain number of nutrients or volume or whatnot. We should also, the volume of the water, if it's 500 milliliters, we'll say we'll give it a range. Others will be more a bit, others will be less. But it's tangible, we're able to measure it in the machine. Now, where the error also is that water back then is that once that water is produced as per those standards, as measured by the machine, even if when Bruce receives it, he should be happy or she should be happy if it's a lady. Now, the error of reached is what we call an extension of quality, where that water has to be presented by a certain kind of a person who is looking in a certain way, This is when our customer service comes in. So from what you've said in terms of quality, now on this other side, the product is of quality has come with those parameters. Okay. Now, how is the distributor out there with a distribution van distributing this product? Is it in the sun throughout? Is it exposed to what? All those storage mannerisms as I'm talking to the client, as I'm delivering, am I on time? How am I looking? Am I looking professional? Am I helpful? Now we come to also to start to measuring all those aspects. So that
I was actually going to get to that. How do we measure the effectiveness of our quality training services that we have offered? Now that we're being practical, the product is being ushered by somebody who has, and now it's away from production. All the quality aspects have been met in the production department, and now it's in the hands of one who is delivering. And that's where now customer service comes. So how do we measure effectiveness of
So number one, how we measure that one is we need to create parameters for an institution. Others, we have automated these. People move with the gadget. Others, even as we are delivering, the customer gives us feedback on time. Others, when we deliver, there's a team that calls the customer to find out if they are happy. So all that we are measuring. But I want to go to a scientific model. Okay, it's a scientific model. What I mean is we can replicate it and use it. There's what we call NPS score, Net Promoter Score.
Net Promoters,
We're measuring the chances of people recommending you to another person. Okay, so the higher the chances, meaning you're doing fine. The other one is what we can use to measure is what we call RATA. Those who've done accounts, they can remember that RATA. It's a marketing framework as well. We use it also to measure the quality
of service that is being offered.
Being offered. So RATA is
that sometimes in the banks as well.
It's an acronym for RATER.
So
R is reliability. There's a research that we also did. We also said not all these variables are important. Which one is the most important? So I'll start with the most important. Number one is reliability. Reliability is you need to be dependable. I'll distribute this bread at 10 hours. For 10 hours, I am reliable. When I say I'll call you back, I call back, meaning I'm reliable. So when I say this product, madam, it will be resolved, it is done. Not you go back home, they say, no, the internet has been restored. It's not done. It means there's no reliability. Then letter A is assurance. Okay, are you able to assure your customers? Okay, that's also a variable that we use scientifically. C is tangibility. So in every service, a service that is tangible, intangible, adds some tangibility. Tangibility means customers, you give them a receipt, something they can touch or feel. That's why sometimes we give them t-shirts just to feel, you know.
Yes, you know, just to feel part and parcel
of the business. Yeah. Others is the branding or do our vans will look the same way. I remember one time I was working for this organization and my vehicle broke down down the center. And the CEO happened to see me. He was like, Bruce, what was that? What was it? It was embarrassing to the brand because of these things I'm talking about. True. Tangibility. Because this car for this company.
It broke down.
It broke down. So they're saying they've got vehicles that are not of quality, service, all those negative connotations.
Because customer service is a mind game. And it's an emotional game. So people are looking and they're thinking, they don't even service a vehicle.
And yet they charge so much. So that's a tangibility.
I love that.
Then letter E is empathy. Empathy, people struggle with this one. Empathy is just the ability for you to feel what I feel. Normally I say, when you feel what the customer feels, you always do everything for your customer.
For your customer.
If you feel that I'm frustrated, if you feel that I want this agent, if you feel, you're not judging me, you're just feeling what I'm feeling.
Empathy.
So for example, I'm getting a loan and I'm happy that my child, this is their last year, so this loan will go. Feel that excitement. So you're giving me a loan, you're even telling me, Bruce, this loan, congratulations to your daughter.
Good. And you know, because I call customer service as one therapeutic game.
Awesome.
You come to me with all sorts of emotions, and I need to be able to attach empathy and importance to what you are coming to me for. And I must be able to journey with you along that until the end. I think that is what customer service is supposed to be. So to that effect, do you think proactive customer service or reactive is, which one is better? People don't understand. They want a problem. When a problem has happened, that's why they say, oh, no, we are going to resolve it, and all sorts of things, and then other. Can you just shed more light about that? Because somebody is saying, okay, we have already messed up, and we want now to correct the situation or correct the narrative. So which one is better?
When we talk about that, I'll try by all means to be practical. Because in as much as almost everyone knows that proactive is important, but they are not proactive. People say, no, you need to be proactive, but they ain't proactive. Now, so when you come, let me finish letter R on Rata. Letter R is responsiveness. Okay? People that are engaged, you see me, you respond. That's as an example. So let's go to what we're talking about, proactive and reactive. Most institutions are reactive. They'll say, come and do this way, come and do this research, come and train, or do this, let's change because there's a problem. But most of us who created our strategies that we try to be proactive. We look at the future and create a strategy to speak to that. Same thing with service. Reactive, it means it's a bad customer service. Let's start from there.
It's better to accept that something might have gone wrong and now you're trying to
it's bad customer service, meaning you're never ready for me. You're never you never meant to receive, you never planned for me. You never knew that I'm coming.
That hurts. That hurts. True.
You never knew that I'm coming. That's reactive, very bad customer service. It means when the customer comes in, that's when you're switching on your computer. When your customer is coming, that's when you're looking for a pen and form. When your system is down, you know it is down, but you're not telling people that it's down. You're waiting for someone to complain. Your ATM is down. You can't
even announce.
Maybe you don't even know. To make it worse. Your customer is the one telling you that the system is down. I cannot just react. So I wanted to make it, to paint it like that. That's how it is. Okay, proactive service is where we've said Bruce will take this journey. Okay, when Bruce walks in, when Bruce calls in, this is what we will say.
This is what we're going to
greet him. After done talking to him, we'll wish him a good day. When talking to him, we will smile. When talking to him, we'll be smart. When talking to him, we'll make sure that people talking to him, they know the product. They're not guessing. When people talking to Bruce will be patient people. People talking to Bruce will be people who are listening. People talking to Bruce will take interest to actually make sure Bruce is happy. So I have planned it. When you're coming in, we've created that already. Then where we've made mistakes, we are ready to make amends. So we recover the service. When we forget to call you, we are proactive enough, we'll call back when we remember.
Yes.
And apologize. So we
we
are proactive.
Yes.
Yeah. We've mapped out how you will move, and we've created deliberate moves to make sure we are there for you
that
all the journey.
Mitigate all the other errors that could have.
Yes. When we make a mistake, we know what it's very bad. Even at individual level, I tell people, if someone who is related to you, even your sister, when they wrong you or you wrong them, you should know how to apologize.
Yes.
If you don't know, it's rude.
It's very rude. It's very true.
So, what should I do for you?
Family customer service. Can we say that? Internal customer service. Because look,
it works.
these habits that we see in the workplaces.
Yes.
You have been in a lot of organizations.
Yes.
We have been in a lot of organizations.
Yes.
Look at international ones.
Yes.
We see that some of the habits that we see in internal customer service are actually generated from household.
Yes.
So that's a very good point that you raised.
Service starts from home.
Yeah.
African Zambians were trained to receive visitors very well.
Absolutely.
Receive me the same way at home. When I visit you at work, the way you receive me at home should be the same.
Should be the same.
Read of an interesting research work for the US, and some sections they're employing more of Africans in customs facing roles, because the Africans by training were humble people, good people, engaging people, respectful people. Culture because of home.
Yes.
Yeah. So the tendency is that's that example I gave of a young Bruce shouting at an old man.
Can you imagine?
No.
And at that, in front of his maybe his
grandchildren
and maybe his wife.
Yes. And there are hundreds of people. I told you to.
This man doesn't listen.
Yes. Telling
a client in front of his family like that.
Home. If customer service confuses you, just see the way you receive visitors, the way you say attend to them, give them offer them water. Whether you are rich or poor, customers feel valued at home. It's the same thing. Whether your business does not have much resources, what branding, but the way you receive your customers, if you do it the way we do it at home, it will be good. Yeah. Before a customer at home, when there's a visitor, everyone is the best behavior.
It's the best behavior.
A couple that is not talking,
they are now talking.
Not only talking, but they are happy to be together in front. They need high five. Did you see that? Yeah. So now, remember the mood we talked about? When I walk in as a client, everyone should be happy.
Absolutely.
That's what it means.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now,
we're talking about all these things. These things, maybe let's mention money.
Yes.
These things bring in money.
They bring in money. These are the businesses that have actually created billions of money across the world.
At home, you're not given anything. You just want to create a good image.
Yes.
But when you do this, that thing you do at home, you do it at work, good image, but brings in a lot of money. And as the saying goes, it's about how many people you have positively impacted. Those are the people that are going to be with you in your down times. Do you know that there's a time in business where just business goes down? Yeah. And the only people that can remember you are the ones you saved better 5 years ago. So they'll say, hello, can you give us a product? Yes.
So and so, or offer us this service. So can you stand in for us? We are in Netherlands, and we want you to stand in for us in Zambia.
Yes.
Why? Because 5 years ago, you saved them better, and they remembered that there is Bruce in Zambia. And that is
what you've said is massive.
Yeah.
Customer service gives you future business, even though you don't see it today.
Absolutely. I love that.
You've got clients tomorrow and the other day. You can't just see them because they're doing a good thing today.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that brings us to, even as we wind up, the relationship between the products that we produce and the service that we offer, because there's usually a disintegration between the people that actually produce and the ones that are actually selling. We have seen people who produce this, and then when it leaves their hands, then they feel, it's off our cuff now. We've done our part and now it's yours.
Yeah.
Can you tell us your quality of your product and the quality of service? How does this impact one and the other? How is this important? How does it work together?
Yeah. So
as we conclude,
take an organization that maybe even a service organization, IT has created, is now digital solution. Has created a product, maybe online application or whatnot. Once they create it, they do a layback role. They say, okay, we've done our job and we're sitting there. Yes, there are times like that, but what we're saying is they need to be involved throughout the way. Even before, they need to know what the customer wants.
Yes.
A certain IT
to be able to get customer feedback as well. Yes.
Yes, a certain products that when they're created we deploy them in the market, they are not making sense.
True.
And the client organization has spent millions of kwacha.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we need to work together as departments. One, as an organization, a strategy, it gives you an opportunity to extend your product or augment your offering, and that gives you a leverage to charge premium price.
For it.
Also, maybe to have more products that you can offer or services. You find, I'll give an example, a company that is into just the transporting cargo for clients. Because of service, they can even start now doing posts or the mail and stuff because of these things that they're able to do. So service gives you that opportunity that you can enlarge your product portfolio. Wow. Also, people start trusting you with more. So say, you people are good. Can you also do this? So when you come to that, when you are disjointed, no, me, I'm just the engineer. Me, I'm just the what, I'm in the background. No. You also need certain organizations. I'm jumping the gun so that it's practical. It's not here. There's certain organizations that rotate us. In the back, sometimes also be in the front.
Be in the front,
For me, I worked at a technical organization. I was in the front, but I also
in the back.
In the back also, you need to know what your friends go through.
Absolutely.
So
and it's exciting.
Yes. When you explain to a client that we've got this problem, that you know exactly what's going on there. You're best customer service personnel because you're knowledgeable practically.
Absolutely.
Then, so that disjoint should not exist. The organization break that by rotating staff, number one. Okay. Number two, you can also have product knowledge quizzes or process knowledge quizzes, and let it be married or tied to my performance at the end of the year. When it's tied to my money, I'll do something.
I will do something about it.
Secondly, also, let's have a complaint. I encourage clients. Let's have an intelligent complaint management system. A complaint management system
very practical
that traces which department and section and position creates or causes more
complications.
So if the ATM is down for the bank, which department is
it's supposed to be responsible for that?
Who? So that person in their performance appraisal should hit.
It should hit
because there's someone whose KPI is that their availability.
Because you are now monitoring the process. You are now trying to see who actually causes what and whose responsibility is it, and how can we mitigate this one going forward so that it doesn't reoccur. Absolutely fantastic.
Like that, we will solve this problem. But as long as you say record a complaint that the ATM was down, I'll record it. So what? It's not an intelligent reporting system. Let it point to people so that they improve. And when we meet in meetings, I know Bruce is not doing very well. System availability is not bad. It's bad. You struggle to tell me. But let's have that system. Also, it's not that we need to name and shame, it's there so that we improve.
We can improve on it. It's
and we see where the problem is.
And be able to resolve.
If it's people, also it's a problem. Let's address it. So we are breaking these Chinese walls between those in the front and the back. In the production setup, you also need to know what's happening out there so that you understand. You picture where your product is going. And how it will be received. Okay? And also who is buying roughly. So while we are looking at those two qualities, when the product quality is on point and the service quality component or customer service component is on point, then you are in good business. You will make a lot of money. I may not have, I may have mentioned one or two businesses doing fine, but for now, I think everyone has understood on how these things can be bridged. On practical, how you can make sure we are one. Secondly, also employ people that think oneness. Who can work in 1, 2, 3 departments in case you need them. There's pressure, everyone all hands on deck, including the owner. CEO can move away from the office.
Very important. Please ensure that that is well elaborated.
So we break these things. We're here for the customer. There's one time I was rushing out for a meeting, a client met me, I may have told someone, the client, I was saying, sir, can I ask someone to attend to you because I'm rushing to a meeting? He said, no, Bruce, there's no meeting without a plan. I said, you are right. So we are breaking all this. Some of us will find the client finds their way to your office and you're like, no, you're not supposed to come here. How did you end up here? Me, we were just looking at the production and whatnot. It doesn't hurt to say, thank you so much, you're welcome.
Thank you for effort.
Yes, you take them where they are. If you're able to resolve on the client, resolve. You're playing golf, I meet you, are from another department, ask you a question, you help me. Help me here at touch point. So we are breaking all those things in terms of making sure we focus on the client. When you say you are customer centric, this is what it means. don't see your customer centric and
your
you don't want, you're running away from the client.
like earlier said, like the client is walking in, you're walking out.
Yes, you're walking
without
out.
even a greeting.
Yeah.
And now the people have to point to say, no, the person you should have seen is that one.
Yes.
And,
No.
This is a practical life we live every day.
Yeah.
And whether we like it or not, the subject of customer service is one that should not even be overemphasized. Yeah. We should all love it, and we should all be, comfortable to do trainings where necessary, and we should make it a habit. It's like eating food.
Yes.
You always want to revitalize yourself. This is how institutions should also be revitalizing themselves in order to be able to meet the client's needs. And clients are very fun. It's not just a product they want; they also want the emotional support. Even if they don't say it, but they want you to handle them in such a way that you're going to be therapeutic. Yeah. So that being the case, sir, would like to thank you for being on this podcast. Is there anything that you'd want to add to this effect?
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank you so much for inviting anything customer service, customer experience, customer value, customer care goes for me. You just caught me for the right topic.
Thank you so much.
Something very passionate, and I'm really grateful. To the businesses out there, to any organization, as long as you've got I know everyone has got a customer. Yeah. You've got a customer, make sure a customer is happy about you. If you're an employee, it's your prayer, those who pray. Yes. It's your answered prayer for promotion.
Yes, true.
Because customers will promote you, the business will promote you if your customers are happy.
Yes.
For organization, it will set your brand apart so much that very few organizations will replicate it. Invest in customer service, indeed. Be customer centric, indeed. From the highest office to the lowest office, and the third parties like cleaners, guards, everyone. We need to walk the talk. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And there you have it, our viewers. This has been a Quality for Growth podcast, and we have just been speaking and having a very, insightful chat with Mr. Bruce Sikombe. Thank you so much for joining us. We're looking forward to you indicating into the comment section as you get interactive with us. Tell us what you would want to hear. Suggest trainings. And the organization where Mr. Bruce Sikombe is coming from is going to be put in the comment section so that all of you can be able to be interactive. And we ensure that we grow our businesses for the better. Remember, we are growing our businesses not only for local market, but we're also growing our businesses and the quality of service that we are offering also for the international market. Thank you so much for joining us on Quality for Growth podcast. Bye-bye.